Welcome back to our channel, where we explore complex geopolitical issues that have far-reaching consequences. Today, we delve into a pressing topic, the India-Canada dispute and its implications on their foreign policies. We'll not only investigate this critical issue but also provide you with a blueprint on how to draft the introduction for your research. Let's begin. Importance of research topic. The India-Canada dispute is a significant geopolitical issue with implications that extend far beyond the two nations involved. Investigating how this dispute prompts shifts in foreign policies is crucial because it offers valuable insights into the evolving dynamics of international relations and economic diplomacy. Understanding the consequences of these changes on global relationships and alliances is essential for policymakers and stakeholders worldwide, as it can inform strategic decisions and promote stability in an interconnected world. Real-world examples. The India-Canada dispute over tariffs on agricultural products in 2022 led to a substantial decline in trade between the two countries. India, in response, diversified its trade partnerships by strengthening economic ties with the United States and European Union, demonstrating a strategic shift in its foreign policy towards more reliable partners. Following the dispute, Canada shifted its foreign policy focus towards strengthening its relations with other Asia-Pacific nations such as Japan and South Korea, aiming to reduce its economic dependence on Indian markets. This realignment of foreign policy showcased the ripple effects of the trade tensions between India and Canada on global diplomatic relations. Chapter 1, Introduction. Chapter 1 of a research study typically includes an introduction that provides an overview of the research problem, its significance, and the context in which it arises. It also outlines the research questions, objectives, and rationale, setting the foundation for the entire research work. Research problem. Our research problem revolves around the ongoing trade tensions between India and Canada. For instance, a recent spike in tariff disputes threatens to disrupt the economic relationship between these two nations. Research significance. The significance of this research lies in understanding how this dispute prompts shifts in foreign policies. It impacts not just these two nations but has global implications. A deeper insight will allow us to predict potential consequences on international alliances. Research questions. How have the India-Canada trade tensions evolved over time? What changes have occurred in the foreign policies of India and Canada due to this dispute? How do these changes affect their global relationships and alliances? Research objectives. To analyze the historical context of the India-Canada trade dispute. To assess the impact of this dispute on the foreign policies of both nations. To evaluate the consequences of these policy shifts on their international relations. Research rationale. The rationale behind this study is to gain insights into the complexities of international relations, where economic disputes can have far-reaching political ramifications. Understanding this will help policymakers make informed decisions. Chapter 2 Literature Review. Chapter 2 of a research study, often titled Literature Review, comprises a comprehensive analysis of existing academic literature and research related to the topic of investigation. It includes an examination of relevant theories, models, concepts, and empirical studies, identifying gaps in the current knowledge and building a theoretical framework that informs the research's methodology and analysis. Here are some suitable subtopics for this research. Historical context of India-Canada relations. Previous trade disputes between nations. Impact of economic disputes on foreign policies. International relations theories and models. Theories and models. In your literature review, consider theories like realism, emphasizing power politics, and liberalism, focusing on cooperation. Real-world examples could include the China-USA trade war, realism, and the European Union, liberalism. Identifying literature gap. To identify a literature gap, analyze existing studies. If you notice insufficient research on the impact of economic disputes on foreign policies in the context of India-Canada, you found your gap. Chapter 3 Methodology. Chapter 3, typically titled Methodology, outlines the specific research approach and methods used in the study. It includes details on the research philosophy, research design, data collection methods, sampling techniques, and data analysis procedures, providing a clear and systematic plan for conducting the research and addressing the research questions. Conceptual framework: we identify three crucial independent variables. Trade policies: this variable encompasses the trade regulations and policies implemented by India and Canada, including tariffs and import-export restrictions. Economic interdependence: this variable measures the extent of economic reliance between the two nations, considering factors like trade volume and investment. Diplomatic relations: this variable assesses the diplomatic ties between India and Canada, including political cooperation and international alignment. Dependent variable: our dependent variable is foreign policy shifts, which indicates the degree and nature of changes in the foreign policies of both countries due to the trade dispute. Research philosophy: for this type of research, we recommend adopting a constructivist research philosophy. This philosophy aligns with our aim to explore how perceptions and ideas shape foreign policy shifts. It allows us to delve into the nuanced aspects of diplomatic decisions influenced by beliefs and societal norms. Research approach: considering the exploratory nature of our research, an inductive research approach is suitable. We aim to derive theories and insights from specific observations and patterns within the India-Canada trade dispute context, allowing us to build a comprehensive understanding of the topic. Research strategy: given the complexity of the India-Canada trade dispute, a mixed methods research strategy would be effective. This strategy combines qualitative and quantitative research techniques to provide a holistic view of the issue. We will employ case studies, surveys, and content analysis to gather data. Research choice: considering the depth of our study and the need for a nuanced understanding, we recommend an exploratory research choice. This choice aligns with our goal of exploring the complex dynamics between trade disputes and foreign policy shifts, allowing us to uncover new insights. Data analysis method: the nature of our research topic demands a mixed methods data analysis approach. Quantitative analysis will help us quantify trends and patterns in trade data, while qualitative analysis will provide insights into the nuanced shifts in foreign policies. We will utilize statistical tools and thematic coding techniques. Ethical considerations: ethical considerations in this research are paramount. For instance, when conducting surveys or interviews, we will ensure informed consent from participants and maintain their anonymity. We will also adhere to ethical data collection practices, respecting privacy and confidentiality. Limitations and delimitations: this research is subject to limitations such as data availability and accessibility, as trade and diplomatic data may not always be openly accessible. Geographical and temporal delimitations will focus our study on a specific time frame and regions impacted by the India-Canada trade dispute, providing a focused yet comprehensive analysis of the issue. Chapter 4: Data Analysis. Based on your methodology recommendations, you'll analyze data. If it's quantitative, use statistical methods like regression analysis, and determine an appropriate sample size. For qualitative analysis, conduct thematic coding, and select a sample size based on data saturation. Chapter 5: Conclusion. In the conclusion chapter, you'll summarize your findings and their significance. It's the key takeaway for your audience. In addition to summarizing findings, the conclusion chapter will synthesize the implications of our research, offering insights into the broader context of trade disputes and foreign policy shifts in today's interconnected world. It serves as a valuable resource for policymakers, scholars, and stakeholders seeking to navigate the evolving landscape of international relations and economic diplomacy. Chapter 6: Recommendations. Lastly, provide actionable recommendations for policymakers and researchers. In our case, both India and Canada should focus on diplomatic negotiations and seek mediation to resolve their trade dispute. Suggestion for future research. For future research, consider exploring the role of international organizations in resolving trade disputes or analyzing the impact of such disputes on global supply chains. That wraps up of this research topic. Remember, researching and presenting such crucial topics requires dedication and a systematic approach. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more informative content.